My name is Shirley T. Burke, and this is Something Different. We are so happy that you're joining us this evening. This is our first show. Tonight, we have, how do I get my guests? This was really something. This was really, really unique. It started with this right here. You can't see it maybe, but it's the Boomer magazine. And I had that photo shoot, and it's like I put on Facebook, you meet people that you feel like you have known forever.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I'm beginning to believe that it's for real. We won't go into what we're saying.
Similar energy.
Yeah.
People who have a similar energy.
Yes.
Yeah.
And the beliefs and sayings and some of the experiences that you all told me about is why they are here tonight. And I'm going to let you all introduce yourselves. I like doing that, and you know your name.
Okay.
And you know.
Do we know our names?
I sure hope so.
Oh my goodness.
And excuse me, don't let me forget to talk about this hat, okay?
This hat.
Yeah.
My name is Christopher Winton-Stahle. I'm a commercial photographer in the Richmond, Virginia area. This is my lovely, lovely wife, Heidi Winton-Stahle.
Hello.
And she and I have been working together for several years.
Yeah.
9 years now?
Oh, I don't think it's quite that long.
8.
But we've only been married 7 years. So.
Well, but we were working together before that,
That's
though.
true.
You know,
That's
yeah,
true. Yeah.
yeah. I mean, that's how we met, right?
That is how we met.
Yeah.
That's norm too. A lot of people meet on the job.
Little photo shoot romance, you know.
Absolutely.
Yes, indeed. Well, okay, so you all are married, and then tell the other part of that. We get that out of the way right now.
Which part is that?
Well,
There's so many different ones.
well, tell why she's so radiant.
Well, we are expecting our first child.
I think that is really exciting.
That is, yeah.
Really
That's
exciting.
why she's glowing.
Yeah, and that's why I wanted to remember the hat. This is what he put on Facebook. He has already bought the first gift for his son. And it's 2 hats,
He did.
just like that,
Yeah, I
that
did.
size.
He did.
Yeah, that's the first.
My hat has inadvertently become kind of my call sign.
Yeah, we know who it is.
Yeah, I mean,
Who's coming when we see the hat? We know it's you.
It's the Winton-Stahle trademark
Yes,
almost.
yes,
But
yes.
most people that I work with, they have ended up knowing me for my hat. So I came across this little hat. And I've got to remember to come up a little higher because of this. But I found this little itty bitty hat in a store a couple weeks ago.
Oh, that's precious.
And it was just
You
perfect.
couldn't leave it there.
I couldn't, yeah.
Well, most
I had to
daddies
think-
buy I can see football. I've seen guys buy footballs and baseball, little
Baseball
shirts
mitts,
and shirts with the name of the team that the daddy
Jerseys,
like.
yeah.
Well,
But
every
when I saw
daddy
that
has
hat,
his priorities.
You know, that's
Apparently
what-
mine's
yes, it was.
fashion. What can I say? What can I say?
Go ahead, Chris.
And I'm happy about it too.
You know that's right. You know
Yeah.
that's right.
Yeah.
Well,
And I said, yes, this is actually my first time on TV. I've been behind
Really?
sets before, and
Wow.
I've been on the radio. But this is my first time actually on screen.
Well, I bet it's not going to be your last time on TV, though.
Well, I don't know. I mean, I'm gonna go with wherever the tide takes us. I mean, isn't that how we roll?
That's how we roll.
You know,
that's how we roll.
wherever the
Whatever it
tide
is.
takes.
I like that. So I'm going to ask you, where are you from? And
Well-
talk a little bit about that too. It was interesting when you told me initially.
I am originally from southwestern Virginia. I grew up in a very small little farming community. I grew up poor. I don't know how else to say it. I mean, my mother and I, broken home. My mother had moved us actually from Washington, D.C. in 1989, back to Southwest Virginia to live with my grandparents and to help take care of them because my grandfather had become sick. And we actually moved into a little house trailer, and she became the caretaker for my grandparents. And no, we didn't really have much. Before that, we actually were quite poor after the separation, divorce, and my mother kind of rebuilding her life and going through the getting finding work, finding a job, holding a job, having a kid at home. A lot of times she couldn't afford a babysitter, so I learned, as a 7, 8-year-old kid, I learned to take care of myself.
I understand. You were latchkey before latchkey was
That's right.
famous.
Before it was a name.
Yeah.
I think I was a unique kid because I had unique opportunities. I grew up, the first 9 years of my life were spent in kind of the DC metropolitan area. I went to school, elementary school in kind of the inner city, multicultural, very diverse. And then we went from there to moving to Southwest Virginia, where it was very rural. And not very multicultural. So I had this, I had this kind of diverse upbringing.
Experience, young.
Yeah, and which explains, I think why I came back to Richmond.
Yeah, I believe
as soon as I could, I got out of Dodge. But
and your mother still stayed up there.
My mother is still, she's there at the moment, but we are working on bringing her to Richmond.
I was really impressed with that.
Yeah.
Just caring enough, loving enough, and wanting things better for her.
Well, yeah,
and being with her. I just love that.
And the way I was raised is that you take care of your family, and your family takes care of you, and you take care of your family. Your family loves you, you love your family.
Do you see that a lot nowadays?
I do now.
You do now?
I do now.
You think you see a lot of it with other people?
Oh, with other people? You know what? No.
I mean, if it's happening, it's not obvious, is it?
I feel like people, in general, our culture, my culture, not culture, excuse me, what's the word I'm looking for here?
You can use culture,
my age range,
generation.
Young generation.
Yeah.
Thank you.
We understand. First time on TV,
First time.
Did we just keep it real?
I feel like we've lost that sense of family and unity and taking care of each other.
Yeah.
Where our priorities are. I mean, so much of our priorities put in making money.
Yeah.
And that seems like what all people really care about.
And that's the end result. If they don't get money, they don't fool with you. Or if I can say it like that.
And that's one of the things that Heidi and I, we came together like from the very beginning on, is that we have followed our dreams.
It's important.
Our entire life, and we're very blessed.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
In that we've been able to build 3 successful businesses out of these things that we love.
Can you tell the audience what they are?
Well, I'm a commercial photographer. I work primarily in advertising and editorial magazine work. I do mostly magazine covers and features. And Heidi?
And I'm a freelance makeup artist. I work primarily with photographers and video production companies doing commercials or corporate videos. And the other business is called Sun King Dance. And dance was my first love and my first career. I was
That's why you were
ballerina.
Dancing in the airport on the go to their website when the show is over.
I have a proclivity for dancing wherever I go.
That's awesome. I thought that was so neat.
It was fun. It was great. But yeah, dance was my first love, and so I've managed to stay involved in it and make a career for myself without having to be a professional dancer. I didn't really enjoy being a professional dancer so much. It was a very narrow lifestyle and very self-centered. And
it's an interesting statement. Self-centered.
Yeah, it is. I mean, any artist, I think you go through that period when you're striving for something, to find your unique voice, and it's a very self-centered way of life. And then hopefully, eventually, at some point, you were able to let that go and move on to teaching or whatever. I mean, if that's your passion, keep doing it. But for me,
just giving back in general.
That wasn't what made me happy. What made me happy actually was teaching. So I went to college after I danced professionally, and eventually became a teacher. And I love that. I love
great.
giving of myself and sharing that joy and that expression with others, and the technique necessary to do it well and to do it for a long time.
Now, you teach dance?
So I started a business 12 years ago called Sun King Dance, and
Okay.
actually I've been a ballet teacher
Okay.
for 17 years.
Wow.
But the company itself is all about adult recreational dancers. So I provide an opportunity for adults who love ballet, and for whatever reason, either they started late or they can't dance as much as they'd like to at home. We provide a place for them to come for anywhere from 4 to 7 days, where they can do nothing but dance, and we actually really teach them and give them opportunities to do things like partnering when you dance with a partner, either a man or a woman, and to learn a classical variation and to even perform.
Really?
So yeah, it's a dream fulfillment business.
Yes.
But
Oh,
it isn't
that's
just
awesome.
about making them feel good. It's actually about making them better at what they do, because they're very serious about it and they really want to learn. So that's what I do.
What has been some of the ages of the individuals? I know you say,
Our oldest was 72.
I like that.
Yeah.
Yes.
She's a
Yes.
fantastic
And she's still
Yeah.
dancing, although
Yeah.
she doesn't. She doesn't come. Well, she does come to camp, just not for the full
Yeah.
full day. It's an exhausting week. But and our youngest, actually, we had a mother and son come. The mother is a studio owner, and she was a former dancer and a teacher now. And her son was only 16 at the time, and because they were there together, I let him come. And that, I think that was really the beginning of his love of ballet. He now loves ballet. At the time, he didn't. But he actually went to Germany a couple of years after he came to camp and found an amazing teacher there, and now he loves ballet, and he's a choreographer. He's really he's really
wonderful.
fabulous.
So dreams can start in your studio too, huh?
Many dreams, and I don't. We're not about training professional dancers.
I understand.
But so many amazing stories have come out of dance camp. Just regular people who have found something so amazing in ballet, or it's given them some amazing gift. So I really feel honored when people share those stories.
So when you said teach, you taught. It wasn't a regular school. You were teaching dance then too.
Yes,
Oh, okay.
teaching in dance studios.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Awesome.
And I have to say that every year I'm more inspired by Sun King Dance and what Heidi's doing, and the people who come to camp, and to hear them talk about it. And this is something that Heidi will never really admit, gloat about, but I love to talk about this, is that her following for this company is international. She has people coming to. First of all, we're holding these camps now nationally.
Maryland,
Maryland, New York,
Washington
So
State.
you travel.
Washington, yeah.
You travel
Yes.
to
Yeah.
go.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you call them camps. I picked
call
up
them
on
camps,
that.
yeah.
Let me before keep your thought. I want you all to know that I'm learning this. I don't interview people ahead of time. Larry King didn't do it, and so I keep it real. When I get excited, I'm excited because the first time I heard it. So keep going. I just wanted to know.
All right.
We haven't practiced this.
Well, it's just, it's so exciting to see this thing continue to grow. I mean, she's been featured in had articles in
Dance
Dance Magazine,
Magazine,
Dance
Point
Teacher
Magazine.
Point, Dance Teacher. And she has people who are loyally coming from all over the world. We have a group that comes from Australia,
Really?
Taiwan, London.
Wow.
Yeah, it is.
Canada,
Lots from Canada.
Sweden, Germany.
So how often are the